All right, all. I'm here again with my brother Charles. Say hello, Charles.
Hello, Joe.
So, so I want to ask him what it was like, because I don't know what it was like having a little brother. You know, like I said, he got me out of a lot of shit, and uh, he was tough at times. But what is it like having a little brother?
I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it. I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
So I'll give you guys an example of brotherhood. And I remember I had this girl that I had been dating for a long time, and I was young, and my brother knew it was really affecting me, and he said, "Son," he said, "why are you sitting here thinking about all the positives? Why are you not thinking about the negatives every time that she comes up in your mind?" He goes, "If you start doing that," he goes, "I promise you that it's going to get easier that much faster." And I think that he hit the nail on the head, because I think a lot of people at that time would have probably started drinking alcohol or doing stuff like that. But instead, just every time I'd start feeling all, sad, I would start thinking about those things, and it really did help me a lot.
Well, I'm just glad I could be there. I'm glad it helped you out. I had no idea that it helped you that much.
Yeah, I had this car, my first car I ever got. My brother comes, picks me up. I think I was 14 at the time. And he's telling me on the way home, he's like, "Yeah, man, I got this new car today." He said, "It's older." He goes, "It's ugly as hell. It was all rusted up. The seats are thrashed in this thing." And he said, "Well, it's got brand new Michelin tires." I'll never forget. And so I'm like, "Yeah, man, we can fix it up. We can make it really, really good." And then he tells me that him and Mom bought it for me. I think they paid $300 for it at the time.
Yeah.
I get over there and I look at this car, and I can tell you right now, most young men would not have wanted that as their first car. That definitely was not the prettiest of cars. But I remember us going out and sanding it down, and we went to go paint it, and all we had was some oil-based paint. We had this air compressor that was a piece of shit. We're outside, we go to paint it, and we're hoping that it doesn't rain or a bunch of bugs get in it. But of course, bugs did. But I can tell you that when we left, man, and I was driving that car, let me tell you, I was the proudest guy out there, because everybody was looking at that shiny ass gray '76 Pontiac Grand Le Mans.
I didn't figure it'd make any difference. I figured you'd have it tore up in a week anyway.
I drove that car for a long time. And then another story, and it pissed me off at the time, was front cylinder transmission went out. And my brother goes, "I didn't know nothing about cars." So he says, "All right." So he goes out there, he lays underneath the car, he points at all these bolts and stuff, and he says, "Take all that stuff out and let me know when you're done." He went back inside, he tailed it inside. And I was like, "Dude, what? You're not going to fucking help?" And so I was pissed. And so I started going through, because I don't know what I'm doing. And finally I get this thing out, and he said, don't drop it. Leave a couple of bolts in there with a little bit of thread on them so I can help you get them out. And so we did that. He comes out there, we drop the transmission, he pulls out the seal, pops a new seal in it, and then we line it up, and then he takes his ass back inside. And I'm like, "God damn." And he goes, "If I would have done that for you, you wouldn't know how to do it, would you?"
Yeah, that's right.
So,
and I didn't want to have to do it.
Yeah. So, and it was, but he was actually hit that on the nail 100%. So thanks everybody, and live the dream.